All right, you ready?
Yes.
I got 9:02. I'm gonna go ahead and call the meeting to order, start with pledge of allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Next on the agenda is the approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve today's agenda.
I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is approval of the minutes.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the minutes from November 4th, actually, it should be December 4th, 2024.
I will second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Carries. Next is approval of claims.
Make a motion to approve the December 11th, 2024 claims for payment.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Carries. Now is consideration of approved setting time and date for public hearing for fiscal year 24-25 amendments.
Lance, I'd make a motion to set the time and date for the public hearing for December 30th, 2024, 9:01 a.m. in the large conference room at the Hardin County Courthouse.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? 9 a.m., right?
Yep.
Any other discussion? Here, anything? Oh, you're nodding your head like you had something. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. No other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Carries. Next is consideration to approve authorizing county attorney to prepare petition for declaratory judgment, injunctive relief regarding Central Iowa Juvenile Detention 2080.
I will make a motion to approve authorizing county attorney to prepare the petition for declaratory judgment injunctive relief regarding the Central Iowa Juvenile Detention Center 2080 agreement.
I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded. I got Daryl for discussion right out of the gate.
We would probably oversimplify things here a little bit, but wanted the public to know a little bit about the need for this action. The primary question here is, who are the valid voting members of the Commission for the Central Iowa Juvenile Detention Center? The center was created when a handful of counties, including Hardin, entered a 2080 agreement back in 1993. Since then, there have been several amendments to that 2080 and to the entities governing bylaws. Best as I can determine, the various amendments occurred in 2000, 2006, 3 in 2009, 2011, 2018. And there was a proposed amendment that apparently wasn't approved in 2023. And there's some activity now to amend bylaws or the 2080 agreement again. Many of these amendments added new voting members to the Central Iowa Detention Center Board / Commission. It went from 10 original members to over 30 presently, or 30 that ostensibly are members and have voted when maybe they shouldn't have. Question is whether any of these amended 2080s after 2000 are valid, since most were never filed with the Secretary of State as required by law. Since 2008, to be effective, amendments to a 2080 must be filed and filed timely under Iowa Code sections 2080.4 and 2080.8. And many of these amendments were never filed at all, let alone timely. Further, the bylaws require giving timely notice to each member county before any proposed amendments can be approved. And it's unclear whether that requirement was followed for any of the bylaw changes or 2080 changes. The current commission needs to know who the valid membership is for voting, for going into closed session, for entering binding contracts. A recent email even this week from Central Iowa Juvenile Detention Center Administrator Tony Reed appears to acknowledge that the current believed universe of members is larger than it legally is. So we need to know who the actual voting members are. So a declaratory action is not saying anybody's doing anything wrong. It's just who legally are the voting members of this body. And so that's the primary question, but secondary to that, the injunction would be stop voting on stuff until we figure out who can vote. So kind of goes without saying, but I would ask that you approve and authorize me to file that petition.
When it comes to that injunction, stop voting on stuff, we could still vote on things, we still have claims, we still have a regular basis, but it'd make more sense if we did a roll call vote, so we know.
That
exactly.
true, we can word the injunction. What we're trying to do is not add members until we know which current members are actually valid to vote to amend the 28E or to amend bylaws. I know you still have to conduct business.
Right.
That's for sure. The safe play at this time seems like, as long as the 10 original members or any members that were prior to, let's say, 2008, they might be considered valid members. So you could probably still approve and do business, so long as the majority of those members cast, yay votes.
Right.
All right,
Or that would be what constitutes a valid quorum
right.
without any question, the founding fathers. All right.
Any other discussion?
Yeah, so I went to one of the meetings and I thought it was fairly contentious that some of the leadership at juvenile detention didn't really want to take the concerns of the chair of the board or the vice chair, and you're the vice chair still, correct, Lance?
Yep.
Seriously, that we really need to know who the voting members are. I had another elected official in another county that they're not sure if they're honestly a member. And this comes from not only an administrative aspect, but a fiscal aspect. Are they paying for something that they're not even a member of, or
Or are they voting on things that they're not responsible for?
right, at the end of the day.
Or are they in closed sessions that they shouldn't be in?
Right. Yeah, there's just a lot of facets, and I'm on the CICS board, and every time we brought a new county in, it came through our board. So I didn't know if the rules and bylaws were different for Central Juvenile Detention Center, but it should have, each time, those should have come back through us.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask, is
Right.
how you become an official member, and that would be through each county
Each county,
approving somebody new coming in, correct?
yeah, it would have to be ratified. Well, I think Daryl explained it first. They have a time, by the bylaws, you have so many days to present it to me to give to you. We have so many days to look at it before it could be an action item on our side or on the detention side. And then after the detention acts on it, it needs to come back to the counties for a majority vote.
So you're just an agent of the county on
Yes.
this commission. You can't act without
I
this
have no,
board's
Right.
authorization, so it has to come back here first.
Right.
That's our position.
Yeah, and we've done that on CICS boards. I think the precedence is there that when Webster County, when Wright County, when some of these other counties joined CICS a few years ago, it had to come all the way back to the local boards. And some of my colleagues said, oh, we just pushed it through in our county. We brought it back here and discussed, is it really in the best interest of CICS in the region and our operations and logistics and what resources we have? So I'm very concerned. And then knowing that kind of the founding fathers group has really stuck by the clear vision of what initially started at Central Juvenile Detention, and it's been watered down. And so some of the concerns of human resource management and fiscal management that has been brought up when I've been in meetings doesn't seem to be taken serious by anybody but that founding group, or at least, people that have been around for quite a few years. So it seems that the process of making good, sound decisions hasn't been the best, not for the sake of you and Kyle trying to do the best and even engaging with Ehlers and Cooney for HR matters and handbook matters, which has been fought at every turn. So I think this is going to give us some checks and balances that we need. And I know that Attorney Meyer won't back down from this. And if it's a matter of getting the state auditor's office to look at things going ahead, I don't think that's out of the question either. So those are my comments, Lance.
Any other comments? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
I'm gonna ask for a roll call.
Oh, roll call?
BJ.
Aye,
Aye.
Lance.
Aye.
thank you.
Motion carries. Next is consideration to acknowledge employee certificates of appreciation. I handed those to BJ.
Yeah, so today, some either have met this anniversary date or will be coming up, and some it may have already passed, but the first I have is Denise Smith in recognition of 5 years. Christian Copper, 5 years with the county. Thomas Creighton, come on down. I'm gonna shake somebody's hand this morning. Thank you, Thomas. And one of the questions is yours is 5 years. I think the pandemic made things seem longer because we're like, yeah. And so, both of us, lost hair over that deal, so. But thank you, Thomas. Lucas Burton, 5 years. Deputy Jeffrey Brenneman, 10 years. Dan Nelson, 15 years. Wes Weiss, 25 years. Carla Gear, 25 years. Shane Sasha, 30 years. Bill Rom, 30 years. Michelle Eichmeyer, 35 years. And Cheryl Lawrence, 35 years. I really had to bite my tongue not to throw a 50-year.
Not there
You
yet.
draw two.
Darn close.
So, thank you so much. You tell I missed you.
Yeah, I know, I can tell.
If the department heads have any names up here, I know Taylor had one, but if anybody else can grab them for your employee.
I can deliver them to a couple of the offices upstairs too.
Okay.
Next I have is change of statuses.
I've got a pair of change of statuses in the sheriff's office. The first is a resignation of Renee Geiger as a correctional officer at a rate of $21.79 an hour, effective November 25th, 2024.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carries.
The second I have is the resignation of Spencer Larson, correctional officer in the sheriff's office at a rate of $21.79 an hour, effective November 25th, 2024.
And I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Carries. Other business. I swore in the 3 that were elected this morning, so. I didn't swear at you, but I did swear in. So BJ, Jolene and Dave. Just in case anybody was wondering, you guys are sworn in.
You're official now.
Yep. Anything for you guys?
Next week I have a CICS meeting. We're still trying to figure out what the future of Central Iowa Community Services is, and now that the state is not only funding that, but wants to take it over the management of that. So, in coming weeks, I hope to have more information.
Okay.
The only thing I would say is you will not see the dark blue emergency management vehicle. It's now a white vehicle. Picked it up yesterday, but it'll be 3 weeks before it gets outfitted.
Okay.
Everything's way.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Anybody else? Taylor?
That board of adjustment opening, are you guys going to find someone or would you like me to start poking around?
We're gonna work on our organizational meeting and we have applications that just came in, so
Okay.
we'll find somebody.
Okay, good.
Any other business?
Taylor, how about a snow operations tip this morning?
You have a tip for me?
No,
Oh.
you give me something now. You're the expert.
Yeah, wait. till
Drive,
I go out.
drive
Yeah.
slower.
Yeah,
drive-
slower.
Give them plenty of room,
Yes. Yes,
so.
they generally know what they're doing by now, other than the guys.
Do you want to refresh the public on what our winter operations hours are?
Sure, when we come up there.
Sure, that'd be great.
Alright. Yeah. All right, our ordinance is 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. If there's an emergency, we'll do more than that, obviously, but. Generally, that's it. Stuff like this, like. Plow trucks on the highways, they go out if we have just, a tiny little dusting.
Right.
Motor graders typically don't go out until we get 3 or 4 inches, cause otherwise we're just throwing rock in the ditch. So yeah, today they were moving it and then they're putting sand down and sometimes they don't put sand down, sometimes they do, kind of depends on each situation. But yeah, that's kind of the general gist of it is at 5 p.m. we're done.
Do we
for the
run
night,
like the
so
frost
get 'em.
truck still? An early morning like the state DOT?
No,
Okay,
no, we don't put down beet juice or any of that stuff
Yeah.
either. They're always trying to sell me beet juice.
yep,
Yeah,
okay.
yep. And we had our annual conference last week, so. He had to hear from all the other counties. Like I was in a group of Dallas County, that's way different than us. So he does a lot of that, but
Right,
he's also losing ground every single day, it seems like out there.
Right.
We have a lot more money down there.
Yes, they do. Fastest growing county now, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
well, the top in the country. Yeah,
So,
all right, thank you, Taylor.
you bet.
Any other business? And we talked about courthouse hours. If it's a bad snowstorm, you might want to call ahead.
Yep,
Yeah, especially
Cause we may close,
Mhm.
yeah. Or
they
delay.
close or delay opening, yeah.
Public comments. None. All we got left is adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
I will second that.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Carries for adjourned. Thank you.